class 12. So your P1 exam is completed. Now you will proceed for your next exam, that is half yearly. So in that also you have to go through various chapters. In physical chemistry, next chapter is chemical kinetics. Today this is my chapter, and today my topic is rate of the chemical reaction. My topic is rate of chemical reaction. This is I am going to discuss today. Now, in the previous year in thermodynamics, you have learned that thermodynamics determines that whether a chemical reaction will proceed or not. That is, the feasibility of the reaction is determined by thermodynamics. But chemical kinetics deals with rate of the chemical reaction. That is, in what rate it will proceed. Actually, chemical kinetics is the branch of chemistry, physical chemistry, that deals with chemical kinetics, finding the rate of a chemical reaction. This is the first thing that you are going to go through this chapter. Second one, what are the factors affecting the rate of the reaction? Factors affecting the rate of the reaction means temperature, pressure, concentration. These are the factors. How they are affecting the rate of a reaction, that you are going to know from here. That means chemical kinetics deals with this one. And third is mechanism of the reaction. What is the mechanism through which the reaction is proceeding? These are the three main things for which chemical kinetics is made up of. Means chemical kinetics deals with all these 3 points. Now, I want to discuss something with you, that is, it is going to calculate the rate of which kind of reaction. Ionic reaction, which are very fast reactions. So, we can't calculate the rate of those reactions, or chemical kinetics does not deal with the rate of those reactions. What are ionic reaction? For example, formation of precipitate. When sodium chloride react with silver nitrate. Sodium chloride when react with silver nitrate, silver chloride is formed as precipitate, and it is very fast reaction. I can write it that sodium chloride NaCl, when it reacts with silver nitrate AgNO3, the product is AgCl and NaNO3. This one is formed in the form of PPT, that is precipitate. This is going to form instantaneously. As soon as these two solutions are mixed, immediately the precipitate is formed. Too fast reaction. So chemical kinetics does not deal with this kind of reaction which are very fast. Similarly, the chemical reactions which are very slow, example rusting of iron. It is not possible for someone to wait that when the rust will form. It will take some days, some months, even year also. So it is not possible to determine the rate of that kind of reaction. So it does not deal with slow reaction also. We are going to consider only moderate reaction whose rate can be calculated, and we are going to deal with those reactions in this chapter. Not too fast, not too slow. The moderate reactions are generally known as molecular reaction. There maybe covalent bond is there. The bond will be broken, new bond will be formed. So rate of those reactions are determined by using some facts. We have to know about the factors which will determine the rate of the reaction, how to calculate the rate of reaction, that we are going to deal with in this chapter. Today I am only going to discuss how to find the rate of a reaction. To find out the rate of a chemical reaction, mathematically what is the expression? Generally what happens? Reactants are there, or one reactant is there, it is going to form a product. Reactants are combining to give you the product. So generally we determine the concentration of the reactants and products in terms of molar concentration. So what happens during a chemical reaction? The amount of reactant decreases and amount of product increases. So to find the rate of a reaction, we are going to use this formula. Rate of a chemical reaction means decrease in the concentration of reactant by time taken in a particular time. How much the concentration of reactant has decreased by time taken. Now product, what is the increase? Increase in the concentration of product by time taken. Both can be considered as rate of the reaction. I can take any of these as the equation for finding the rate of a chemical reaction. Now suppose initially when T equal to 0, the reactant was R and product was P. After time T, the reactant changes to R1 and product changes to P1 in time T, or I can say in time delta T, that is small change in time. Now according to the rate of chemical reaction, R equal to change in the concentration of reactant, that is decrease in the concentration of reactant. So concentration of reactant changes means R1 minus R. R1 minus R I can write delta R by delta T. Now here a negative sign is written. Rate of a reaction is change in the concentration of reactant by time change. Now why the negative sign is here? As the reactant is decreasing, concentration of reactant is decreasing means previously it was more, now it is less. So if I do R1 minus R, the answer will be negative. But rate of a reaction can't never be negative, it has to be positive. So to make it positive, one negative sign is included here. That means when we are going to calculate the rate of a reaction in terms of reactant, I can write rate here. In terms of reactant, I have to put a negative sign before it. Similarly, rate of a reaction can be written in terms of product, so it will be positive. That is rate of change of product by rate of change of time. Both can be used to find out the rate of a chemical reaction. Unit of rate of a reaction. Previously I told that how to find out the rate. Rate of a reaction is rate of decrease in the reactant by time or increase in the product by time. So how to write down the unit? Rate of the chemical, that is, sorry, not rate, concentration. Concentration of the reactant and product is given in terms of mole liter inverse. Concentration divided by time, that means mole liter inverse second inverse. So unit of rate of a reaction is mole liter inverse second inverse. Why? Because rate of the reaction is change in the concentration of reactant by time taken and change in the concentration of product by time taken. Concentration of reactant and product is given by mole liter inverse and for time it is second inverse. If the reactant and product are gaseous, then generally concentration is expressed in terms of partial pressure. If it is gaseous, then the concentration is expressed in terms of partial pressure. Now pressure unit is what? Atmosphere, atmospheric pressure. So in case of gaseous substance, the unit for rate of the reaction is atmosphere second inverse. Now as already I told you that rate of a reaction is given by the formula, that is negative of change in concentration of reactant by time and positive of change in concentration of product by time. This is possible in case when the equation is having no stoichiometric number or all stoichiometric ratios are equal. For example, I have taken this equation Hg2 plus Cl2 equal to HgCl2. This is 1 mole, this one is 1 mole, this one is 1 mole. So all stoichiometric ratios are equal. When all stoichiometric ratios are equal, there is no problem in writing the rate of the reaction. I can write like this. The reactant is mercury and chlorine. So change in the concentration of mercury by time equal to change in the concentration of chlorine by time equal to HgCl2 by time. Now this one is actually, I have written wrong, it will not be 2 because mercury is the metal, Hg plus Cl2, HgCl2. So I was only talking about if the stoichiometric ratio is same throughout the equation, there is no change in writing the equation. If there is change in the stoichiometric ratio, that is this kind of equation, 2Hi equal to H2 plus I2. Here Hi is of 2 mole, this is 1 mole and this is 1 mole. So there is change in the stoichiometry. If any number is there with product or reactant, whatever may be, in the rate of the reaction I have to divide that number, that is that by that stoichiometry I have to divide the portion. Here rate of the reaction will be change in the concentration of reactant, that is negative of change in the concentration of Hi, that is given here. Now as 2 is the mole number or stoichiometric ratio, I have to divide it by 2. So this side it will be minus 1 by 2 del Hi by del T. This side number of mole is 1, so no need to divide by anything. Directly I can write change in concentration of hydrogen by time and change in concentration of iodine by time. So this you have to remember in case of different stoichiometric ratios. And while doing numericals, you have to follow this method, that you have to remember. Later on, I will show you how to find out the numericals. That for that also I will make separate video. So today I told only about the rate of the reaction, how to calculate the rate of the reaction. The next part of the chapter I will deal with other videos. Thank you very much.